For a while, my sister and I have been wondering whether it was possible to softlock Animal Crossing New Leaf, making it so you're unable to progress through the game. We were inspired by YouTubers like Pikaspray, who makes softlock videos on mainly Pokemon, but he also does some other franchises. What a softlock really means is that we're gonna break the game so we cannot make any more money, decorate our house, or advance in any way, especially being unable to achieve a perfect town, which is usually a desirable milestone for any player. A perfect town requires a certain number of trees, public work projects, and flowers. However, we won't be getting that far, so we can't even do such a thing. In order to even check if it was possible or not to softlock Animal Crossing New Leaf, we needed a fresh town to start in. So, of course, we bought a brand new copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo for the purpose of this video, in addition to the previous copies we already owned. We picked a starter town that has the least amount of land and the most amount of water to begin with, which you'll see will come in handy later in the video. Okay, so now that we got that settled, let's get started. Our first objective is to make it so we can't obtain any more money in the game. Let's start by listing the possible ways you are able to collect currency in the game without access to the internet, Street Pass, or any other players. 1. Shaking trees for coins. 2. Selling fruit, mushrooms, shells, beehives, flowers, and other collectibles you can get without a tool. 3. Selling fish, bugs, balloon presents, and other items you can get with tools. 4. Selling items that you receive from villagers as gifts or in the mail. 5. Selling items you can buy for a profit, for example, turnips, setting items for retail for villagers to buy, exchanging items with villagers, etc. This requires having money or items yourself to do this. 6. Interest loans for the bank and sending a letter to your future self with a sellable item attached, but this requires having money in the bank to do so and room in your mailbox. 7. Having players from other towns give you money or items by dropping it on the ground in your world, or picking it up in their world, but we will be avoiding connecting to other games for the purpose of this video. We have to eliminate all of these possibilities in order to move on to the next step of successfully softlocking Animal Crossing New Leaf. We can get rid of the first one easily by chopping down all the trees in the town and digging their stumps with shovels. We have to sell all the fruit we get from shaking down trees so we can't plant anymore, but we also have to limit the possibility of making money in other ways so we can't buy saplings. In addition, we can easily get rid of the sixth possibility by just not having any money in the bank and simply not sending future letters to ourselves with a sellable item attached. So now that there are no trees in the town, if we have no money to buy tools, it's pretty hard to make any more. It's not possible anymore to obtain money by shaking trees, selling fruit, catching animals, selling identified fossils, and selling items from the balloon presents. We also cannot sell mushrooms because they only spawn by trees and tree stumps, which we eliminated, and we cannot sell snowflakes because they require a net. But, as you're probably thinking, there's a pretty easy way to gain money in this scenario. We can wait for flowers to grow or for seashells to wash upon the shore and sell them to retail. Eventually, we'll make enough money to buy a sapling or a tool which we can use to gain money. There is a way to prevent flowers and seashells from spawning, though. We can pursue the huge and time-consuming task of covering every single land tile and beach tile in the game with items so that no more can spawn. But we can always pick those items up and sell them so flowers and shells can spawn, right? However, if our inventory is full, we can't pick up those items, thus preventing shells and flowers from spawning. We could always sell items in our inventory at retail. Well, you can sell most of them. There are some items that can't be sold to retail without paying a fee, or can't be sold at all entirely. There are two categories of such items: unsellable items or sellable items with a fee. According to our research, there are only two completely unsellable items in the game. One is money and the other is dud tickets. Dud tickets can be removed with a recycle bin and mailing, but we cannot use those in this video. Dud tickets are received from getting an invalid ticket from a number in Red's Cookie. Red's Cookie can be purchased every Sunday in August for 500 bells at a stand in the plaza. When eaten, you can receive either a ticket which can be exchanged for items to sell, or you'll receive a dud ticket, which is completely unsellable to retail, even for a fee. However, you can still turn in dud tickets to Red, where he'll give you a consolation prize, which can be sold. Money can also not be sold, but we'll talk about why we can't fill our inventory of bells later. The other section of items that can be sold, but only for a fee, include items like pitfall seeds, fishing junk, and rotten turnips. We'll be using rotten turnips for this experiment because they are the easiest to obtain out of the junk items. We'll start by collecting many bells and change the day to Sunday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. At this time, Joan appears, who we can buy many, many turnips from. After that, we have to spend nearly 2 whole hours covering every land tile in the town, every beach tile, our tent, our envelopes, and our locker with turnips. Turnips can only be stored or placed in bushels of 10, which makes this process a lot more difficult and tedious. However, it is doable. We can get rid of our money by selling items for less until we run out of feasible funds. We can also sell any non-turnip items we might have, including our clothes. We can make a custom design for the shirt, and there's a base short and skirts, depending on what gender you're playing as. Shoes and socks are not required, only a shirt and a bottom piece. Then we change the time, and the turnips will be rotten. Because our whole town is full of rotten turnips, which require a fee to dispose of, we cannot get rid of them besides connecting with another game. We cannot sell the turnips because we don't have the money to pay the fee to dispose of them. We cannot fill our inventory of bells instead because we could expand our house to move the turnips to a different or a larger room. We cannot go to the island to sell fish, flowers, bugs, or other items on the island to Leela for extra bells because we are unable to unlock the island unless we upgrade our tent to a house, which is impossible because we don't have the fees to do so. Putting items in a box at the island to sell is also not possible because you can't put rotten turnips in a box to switch out island items. There's nothing we can do to get rid of these turnips, make any more money, or progress through the game without connecting to another. We have officially softlocked Animal Crossing New Leaf. Well, there is one huge problem in all of this. That stupid cat machine. The cat machine was introduced in the Welcome Amiibo update and has completely ruined this for us. With the cat machine, there are objectives you can do to receive meow coupons, which can be exchanged for bells. With that, you can sell some of the turnips in inventory for a fee, then pick the turnips on the ground, especially those on the beach so seashells can spawn, which will make the process of clearing all the turnips much faster because those can be sold. Eventually, as some land tiles are cleared, flowers can spawn, which we can also sell. The town will eventually go back to normal. Many initiatives, because we have no items, no money, and a complete destroyed world, are impossible. Unfortunately for us, there are 2 initiatives that are actually possible in our world. The Small Talk Initiative and the Pyrotechnic Pro Initiative, however you pronounce it. Meow Coupon initiatives are reset daily, so you can just time travel in case you don't find the one you're looking for. The Small Talk Initiative is achieved by talking to 5 villagers in your town. There's no way to prevent yourself from talking to villagers, and there can't be less than 5 villagers in your town. Even if that was possible, you could just time travel ahead a few days and more can easily join. The other initiative, the very hard to pronounce initiative, can be earned by using a custom design for fireworks at a fireworks show, which occurs every Sunday in August. This is also a place you can buy Red's cookies. These initiatives can easily be achieved by the player, who can exchange meow coupons for bells, which can be used to sell the terms to make the world normal again. There is no possible way to successfully softlock Animal Crossing New Leaf, even without connecting to another game.
Or is there? Hi, I'm Vanessa, Lauren's sister, and I'm here to show you some ways to escape this potential softlock. See, the cat machine only appears in Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo, so theoretically it should be possible to softlock regular Animal Crossing New Leaf, right? Because we can't use the cat machine to make bells, there is no way to get rid of the turnips and progress through the game. We thought this was a foolproof method, but it turns out there were many things we overlooked. One possible softlock escape we thought we had checked was adding another player to the town. This player can befriend other villagers until eventually one of them gives the player a free gift, which can then be sold to retail. He can then sell the turnips for a fee, and yada yada yada, the game is possible again. We thought of eliminating this method by having 4 players in the world already, with their individual inventories, lockers, and houses full of rotten turnips, which will take a lot of time to do. How appealing. Since no new players can move in, no new inventories can be available to make bells from gifts and sell the turnips. One major flaw to this situation that we overlooked is that someone can always delete a player's file. They can add a new one with an empty inventory and get a gift from a villager to sell, but we can also choose to not add another player because we wouldn't even need that extra inventory space. See, when a character moves out, their house disappears and leaves an empty space behind. We could deposit turnips on the empty ground to free up inventory space and be able to receive a gift to sell. In fact, we don't even need to delete a player to make this possible. Even if we disallow deleting other players' files, this is still a legitimate concern, leaving all other answers invalid. And of course, we can always connect to another game where they could just pick up the turnips and drop bells on the ground. There's also Street Pass, and an initiative that requires visiting other towns, but we were disallowing that in the first place because it was an easy way out. At first, we thought that this method with the turnips was foolproof, even with the Welcome Amiibo update, but as we progressed through the script, we realized that there were many ways to get around this. Even on version 1.0 Animal Crossing New Leaf, released in 2013, is still, unfortunately, 100% impossible to softlock.
Hey, it's Lauren again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Vanessa and I worked very hard on it and we never made a video like this before. I used to only do animations, but since this idea came into our heads, we couldn't resist making a video on it. Was there anything we missed? Please leave a comment down below if there was, since we are very new to making videos like this. Make sure to also subscribe to my sister, Vanessa, who recorded most of the footage and did most of the editing. She makes really cool music videos and her channel is definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching!